a second. Okay, we are live. Hi, everybody. It's Debbie, and I am so excited to be here today with you on Wednesday. I just want to let you know that Lori is not feeling well. My co-host, Lori Caputo, my best friend, and she actually is a little under the weather. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, I'm going to be doing this today, and she's here in spirit with us. And I am very excited because today we have a really, really interesting topic. We have April here today with us, who actually is an RN, but she has a very, very cool focus along with her RN degree. She works in the financial end of helping people through many different challenges when it comes to health. And, our finances are so important that we keep those straight. But when you come against some kind of challenge, or you can anticipate a challenge, you need to know how to actually properly, set up your finances and stuff. And so I'm just going to basically say that I met her and I love her. She's just so sweet. She's so giving. And I want you to just, listen to what she has to say, because if this can impact you or someone someone in your family, or someone you could share this with, please do, because she has so much information to share. And I'm just going to send it right over to you, April. Go ahead.
Hi, Debbie. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. I hope Lori's feeling better soon. I was looking forward to speaking with her too. So I am an RN. I have been an RN for about 4 years. I love my career. I am a geriatric RN and I serve veterans. Love what I do. My first love, though, is numbers and math and logic. And I always thought I would be an engineer. That didn't pan out. So with my nursing career, I have been able to turn our finances from a place that they were not so great. And then kind of halfway through that, my mother-in-law became ill and was diagnosed with ALS. And during that, we found out that her father also had ALS. And now it's not very common that it's genetic, but the potential is there, being that it's been 2 generations, that it could be passed on. And that knowledge was kind of my aha moment, that we needed to have a plan in place with our finances, just in case anything should happen with my husband's health, that I would have to be a full-time caregiver for him. So in doing that and getting that organized, it prompted me to think about other people and, just thinking about the people that I know personally that not only have the potential for something to go wrong in the future, but who are putting things off because I can't afford to be off of work to have this knee surgery, or I can't, I can't stand to lose the money for being off of work for that long. So it's really been great being able to help people get their finances organized so that they have a pivot plan in place. So be it tomorrow or years down the road, if something, should come up, they're prepared.
That's awesome. Awesome. And do you feel like your range of people that you're helping are from very young to very old? I mean, like, do you have like a general population of people that you feel like you're helping, or are you feeling you really could capture a lot more because you just need to get that word out?
Yeah, it's really anybody. There are young people who know that they have a significant family history of cancer, or, bone disease or heart disease, or who have had a medical issue that is resolved, but could potentially come back, a back issue, a knee issue, who knows? And it's really, even if it's not necessarily a medical issue, people may want to retire early, or, spend time with aging parents, or may become a caregiver. Maybe it's not themselves that are necessarily affected medically, but somebody in their family, a parent or a child, that it totally transforms your future and your finances when as caregivers, especially when you are so busy taking care of somebody else and doing doctor's appointments and making sure their finances are in order. And then you're getting notices that you didn't pay your electric bill. And, because so many things can so easily and rightfully so slip our minds. It's
Right.
a lot to manage. So
Right.
to be able to help somebody get their systems in place, get their finances organized, make it automated so that you don't have to think about it every day, and hold your hand through setting all of that up and giving you support and accountability. It's really been a great thing.
That's awesome. And part of your program, from what I'm understanding, is that you're helping the people be like organized in their daily tasks of taking care of their finances and getting it organized so that it's like almost, not to say on autopilot, but the things that we're able to automatically do. Then do you also have like where you help people plan for the future to put away or have a savings or investment or something, God forbid, because insurance doesn't pay for a lot of stuff these days,
Right. Yeah, there's definitely a component to that. I don't give direct financial planning or investment advice, but I have a large network of people that I can refer to given whatever the circumstance may be. So if somebody is looking into different types of insurance, I can educate on the types of insurance that that are available. But I don't sell insurance. So I can educate and then give a referral to somebody who can then get them set up with either an insurance or a savings account that maybe will earn a little bit of interest. So, it's still liquid if they need it, but can still be, making their money work on the side. Yeah, there's a lot available.
Well, and I think another thing that like, which is amazing how you said that, but also when we look at like, let's take our category, we have aging parents, we have parents that are going through things. And you mentioned, of course, the stress factor of having to take them to the doctor's appointments, having to do all these things. It's really hard sometimes to get the aging parent on board with the auto situation of paying the bills and stuff, you know what I mean? And so that it puts a lot of stress on, like you said, an adult or a young adult or all. And so it's nice. Do you have like, I'm sure you do, but like a user-friendly way of explaining even to elderly people or something of how to organize their stuff?
I do. There has to be some understanding. Usually in that situation, the caregiver is the one that is doing the bills. And so it varies by situation for sure. I know most older generation, we get kind of stuck in our ways, right? But
right.
It varies situation by situation.
Right. Which is cool. No, that's good. I figured you did. And then my other question is going to be, have you experienced or seen in what you've been doing thus far where, you've got people that have, adult and you caregive for them. And then there's the thought of, and I guess how I explained it is that if someone has a young adult that actually may need further caregiving throughout the rest of their life, okay, do you work with some of the ideas within the family, with everything and gather people together and kind of help them sort things out? Because sometimes it's really difficult. You need that outside person to help with.
Yep, okay. Absolutely. And not only, again, organizing finances and the things that I can do, not just finances, but things also just to make life easier. But in that situation, if there was a child involved, almost always there would be an attorney involved for a trust or, whatnot. But yes, again, I can provide education and an awesome referral.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then I do know too, like when we do, if you do have a person that is in that particular situation, there's a lot of resources and things that people can take advantage of just, and I'm not going to say free resources, but resources that maybe they might be entitled to or
Sure.
programs. I'm sure, do you touch on any of that by chance?
I do. I provide
Yeah.
every resource I can for every situation, and I do like free.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do
Well,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
you know, but yes, and any valuable resource or anything that could potentially help financially,
Mhm.
um, it it can't hurt to,
Right.
to throw it out there and
Mhm.
see what's going to work best for somebody.
Right. Because I think a lot of times a lot of people like they don't know where to start. They don't know where to. So they would talk to you and they'd say, "Hey April, this is my situation." You sit down with them, you go through everything and you start to like,
Yeah,
plan.
it
Yeah.
actually starts with a free 15-minute phone call.
Okay.
15, 20, 30 minutes,
Right.
free 15-minute phone call. And that usually will uh, give me enough information to know if coaching is going to work for you.
Hmm.
If it's a situation where a referral is needed right away, absolutely,
Hmm.
but if it's deemed by both of us that
Hmm.
this is a good fit and I can help, then the next step is an appointment for a 2 hour, what I call my break free session, breaking
Hmm.
free from the stress of finances.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's a lot more involved. I send a spreadsheet, I send some questionnaires. I really, before I have that 2 hour meeting with somebody, I want to know as much as I possibly can, not only about the finances, but about the situation and your beliefs and finances and your priorities in life. And, I'm not going to tell you if you are taking care of your mom and your sole joy in life is Starbucks every day, then by golly, you're going to get your Starbucks every day. It's really, the questionnaire allows me to really get a feel of who who you are, not only personally, or I'm sorry, not only financially, but
Right.
personally, so that
Right.
I can put together a plan that's going to work phenomenally for you. And it could be that, like you mentioned earlier, maybe somebody is just really used to writing out their bills every month, and that's where I would find that information out. If we need to go that route or change things up, really it's about making it easy for that particular person in
Mhm.
the ways that's going to work best for them in their situation.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love how you do the 15-minute, 20-minute phone call of kind of just getting like a feel for it because, there's times that maybe like, oh, that's not exactly what I was looking to do, or oh, yeah, that is. And then I love how you send that out prior and you set up that time. Do you find that during this time that we are all very challenged with not being able to be in person, are you doing a lot of Zoom? And because Zoom is getting so easy when you have,
It is.
are you doing it that way or are you doing it mostly still in person?
I only do Zoom.
Okay.
I only do Zoom,
Yeah.
and it really, not only just because of the time that we're in life right now, but it is, I find, more people are more comfortable talking about their money, their personal
Hmm.
issues,
Hmm.
in the comfort of their home.
Right.
You don't, have to be uncomfortable on top of talking about, some really intense stuff. So
Right.
yeah,
Well, and I believe when anyone would talk to you, honestly, you are so down to earth. I mean, and you're going to be looking at their best interest, and you're so knowledgeable, and you've been doing this. And what's nice is that you have all these other networks of people that, like, in case if you see as you're going through things that, oh, you may need to talk to an attorney about this, or you may need to do this for this, or you may need this, and so you can get the core of everything accomplished, but then you can turn around and you can refer them to get like the other little arenas that need to be addressed. I think that is really, really cool, so
thank you.
that's
Yeah,
really cool.
I really I have a lot of life experience.
Right.
I've had a lot of my own medical issues. Some were acute. I was broken. They fixed me, and it wasn't ever another thought. But there's been a lot between me, my children, I have
Mhm.
3 daughters, and we had just have some weird medical stuff. And, then now with my husband's history, and I've been through so much and looked through so many resources and possibilities, and then add my nursing education and
Right.
experience there. I just, and I love to help people. I
Mhm.
love to help people. I'm always, in every conversation thinking, oh, okay, well, here, why don't you try this? Or,
Yeah.
talk to
Right.
this person or look into this resource. So this
Right.
has just been a natural, wonderful route
Right.
for me to take.
Totally. I could see that. Well, I could see that with you starting off being an RN because that obviously that's helping people right there. But then focusing and bringing this into it is just a really win-win. It's a great complement for each other. You know what I mean? So and all that. But
Absolutely.
so I'm so excited. Is there anything else you want to add? I mean, I feel like I've asked you all the questions is there anything you want to cover other or
Um,
you can think of?
no, I think you've
Feel
covered
like
it
you
all,
did.
Debbie. Great
You did?
question. Thank you.
Well, of course. Well, what I just want to say to everybody is that this is like really a great opportunity to be able to have a resource that you can contact. And April's going to put in the comment part all of her information and how you're going to be able to get a hold of her and how you can connect with her and set something up. We're also going to put this on my YouTube so that you can go back and access
Great.
this video. So in case if there's somebody, since we're going Facebook Live right now, but if you have a family member, friend, or somebody that doesn't have access to Facebook, then they can go to my YouTube and they can grab that off there and share it with them, even through Messenger or even a text message. And we're again very thankful. Thank you. I'm sorry, Laura couldn't be here, but
Oh, thank
you'll get to
you.
meet her soon. And we also will say this, and I always say this at the end: please help and share. We're on a mission to help people. The whole thing about our For the Health and Wellness of You Facebook group is finding people like April, finding people that we interview that can give value to others, help them with life's things, the journey of life of everything that we face,
Absolutely.
and be able to do it in a positive manner and be able to, again, network out and help more people. So with that, I'm going to say, April, thank you so much for being with us
Thank you.
today.
I love what you ladies are doing. It is absolutely amazing, and we need more of this in our world today.
Thank
For
you.
sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know what? I think we all need that positive,
Yeah.
1-2 punch, right? So, all right. Well, with that, I'm going to say, everybody, please stay healthy and well. And we're going to end and have a wonderful day. And thanks again, April. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.